on, guys? JD from New York here, and I'm back again with more WWE news and rumors leading on up to WrestleMania 32, man. I got you covered all weekend long up to tomorrow, man, with the pay-per-view. We got Off The Script yet to come tomorrow. We got such a massive fucking weekend planned for you guys, and thank you for everybody that stuck with me all weekend long as we hit 45,000 subscribers, man. You guys are fucking awesome. Obviously, last night we seen NXT Takeover Dallas. If you missed my review, link is down in the description, as well as an annotation on the screen. You guys can go check that out after this video is over. NXT Dallas was fucking unbelievable. A once-in-a-lifetime night of wrestling. Some of you fucking people, those who I call goons, still complain. You watch me complain about WWE, and then when I speak nothing but positivity, you want to fucking complain. Why? What was wrong with NXT TakeOver Dallas? Nothing. Absolutely nothing wrong. Yes, it wasn't the most perfect show, but the stuff that was highlighted and the stuff that we are all still going crazy over 24 hours later was that fucking great. It was unbelievable. There were things that happened that left us in shock. There were things that happened that left us in tears. There were things that happened that just left us with an emotional high all through the fucking night into the early morning, and still right now as we're all getting ready to watch the WWE Hall of Fame 2006 class be inducted. Unbelievable. And one of those things that everybody was talking about was the end result of the Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor match to close NXT TakeOver Dallas. It was for the NXT title, but the ending, and I know you guys agreed with me, seemed like it was a little bit rushed, and it ended abruptly. I don't know what happened. It had nothing to do with Joe's injury. It had nothing to do with the amount of blood loss that Joe had and the deep cut that he suffered due to an accidental headbutt when they collided heads within the first 30 seconds of the match. It had nothing to do with that. But I do have updated information on Samoa Joe and the happenings at NXT TakeOver Dallas. NXT TakeOver Dallas took place, the main event, brutal match for the NXT Championship between Balor and Joe. When all was said and done, Balor retained his title and left an angry Samoa Joe in the ring. Even though many thought Joe would finally take the title, including me, I thought Joe would take the title and Balor would move on up to the main roster. There may be a reason for the outcome, and it's that the Samoan submission machine has been chosen to be demoted, it says here promoted, to the main roster. You guys know how I feel about that. Will Kevin Dunn take an interest in Samoa Joe, or is he going to give him the Kevin Owens treatment? Oh, Joe is too fat. I can't wait to hear those fucking stories. Wait till you see that one. Joe getting a main roster call-up. That is, or could very well be the reason. It has been rumored that Balor is going to make a shocking debut at WrestleMania 32 on Sunday, but nobody knows. And that's something that's still very possible, though. He could be a part of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal or just be involved in some other way. No, you're not saving Balor's debut for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Even Andre the Giant doesn't even want the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal to happen. It's a fucking waste. Why would you waste Balor's debut in an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? I mean, seriously. Or just be involved in some other way, meaning he could get involved in Hell in a Cell, he could help Shane McMahon, he could back Triple H with the Bullet Club, that's my idea. Any of those things would be better than the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Should he not debut at WrestleMania, it's been said that he will debut on the main roster with Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson on Monday Night Raw. All of that may now have changed, though, considering he retained the NXT title last night. A lot of you guys were actually saying, JD, he can show up and pull a Kevin Owens, still be the NXT champion, and debut on the main roster like Kevin Owens did. It's possible, but Triple H does not want that to happen. Triple H does not want Balor on the main roster with the NXT title for various reasons. The Wrestling Observer is reporting that the finish of the main event at NXT TakeOver Dallas was a back-and-forth decision all day long. Dave Meltzer states that at one point Samoa Joe was scheduled to win the NXT title, and therefore Balor would be heading to the main roster. Things kept changing throughout the afternoon, and WWE finally came to the decision to have Samoa Joe lose to Finn Balor at NXT TakeOver Dallas. While it's not a confirmation of anything, it's a pretty clear-cut sign that Joe is heading up to the main roster very imminently. While Balor could go up soon as well, he is the NXT champion, and it may not happen as soon as originally thought. Then again, Kevin Owens made his WWE main roster debut while still possessing the NXT championship. Adding even more proof to the fact that Samoa Joe could be heading out of NXT is that he is barely a part of the weekly show for the next few weeks. Wrestling Inc. reported the taping spoilers for the month of April, and Joe only has one match. Samoa Joe's next match in NXT is going to be on April 13th, and that will be against Apollo Crews, who he defeats by submission. Spoiler. Oops. Even though more could be added later, Balor wasn't involved in a single taking that took place on Saturday at WrestleMania 32 Access. Some reports state that the match will air on April 6th, but either way, it was the only appearance for Samoa Joe. Take that as you will. Like I always say, take that piece of information. That Joe is only on one match throughout the entire tapings. Take that with a grain of salt. We don't know. Okay? We don't know. Joe joined WWE back in May of last year when he debuted at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable when he showed up to confront Kevin Owens. Since then, he had a good run with the promotion. He hasn't won any titles, but he did win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic with Finn Balor. With the arrivals of such Austin Aries, Shinsuke Nakamura, and now possibly Bobby Roode and Ibushi, NXT can afford to lose Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn to the WWE main roster. No matter what, NXT seems to keep finding great new talent to fill the holes in its roster when others are called up. Losing Samoa Joe would indeed be a great loss, but fans have been waiting for him to return to WWE main roster for years, and it's long overdue. Many have thought that Finn Balor would be called up to the main roster next, and it's quite possible he will arrive with a bulletproof Balor Club very soon. For now, though, he's still NXT champion, and it looks like Samoa Joe will be hitting the big ranks and appearing soon on Monday Night Raw. Take that with a grain of salt, folks. Samoa Joe, all I will say is this. It was a great fucking match last night. It was a great match. Much better than the match that they had in London. The crowd was unbelievable. The stoppages did not harm the match at all. I liked the stoppages, even though Samoa Joe was clearly frustrated that the doctors and the medical staff have to wipe him down and make sure that his cut was under control. That does lead to health hazards. That does lead to, potential injury and serious injury for Samoa Joe. You do not want blood seeping into your eyes during the match, okay? So they glued him up. He was frustrated. They stopped the match 3 or 4 times. He's seen his frustration. But I like that aspect. It brings a real-life element to it. Even though it was not planned, it was an accident, and brings a real-life element to the match. It made the crowd more rowdy. It made the crowd more involved because they did not want any stoppages. They wanted them to go. Let Joe bleed, NXT crowd in Dallas chanted. It was a great match. They could have went another 20 minutes. I don't know why they stopped. I don't know why it was cut abruptly. This was on the WWE Network. WWE wasn't paying any cable providers to cut it off at 11 o'clock or said time. They can go as long as they want. I don't know why they didn't give them at least another 10, 15 minutes. I would have loved it. The crowd, it seemed, was just getting into it. They were picking up into the next gear. I don't know what happened. But all I know is that Joe, early in the day, before the event even went live, was supposed to win the NXT Championship. He was my choice. I thought WWE was going to go with Joe after all that they put him through. They had him go through Sami Zayn 3 times to get to this match, and it was shocking. It was shocking to me when he lost. I thought Joe, without question, was going to win the NXT Championship, but they made Balor retain, and Balor will be NXT Champion for the next couple of months. I don't know what's going on with that. He certainly is going to break Neville's record of the longest reigning NXT Champion of all time. Who his next feud is, I don't know. Will he debut on Monday Night Raw? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This is an exciting, fucking unbelievable time to be a WWE fan. Yes, we criticize the product, but with everything happening and all these rumors going around, you cannot help but be excited. Joe is the best heel in all of WWE. In a WWE promotion where heels are so scarce and where heels do not play up to the heel character. Everybody wants to be a cool heel. Joe is a dick. Joe plays his role beautifully. He's vicious. He's brutal. And when it's downright time to go at it, Joe is fucking vicious. He's violent. He has everything down as far as the heel goes. The mannerisms, the fucking attitude, the intensity. He is unbelievable. I love what Joe has been doing in WWE, and I can't wait to see that translate to the main roster. He's got feuds lined up for days on the main roster, man. I can't wait to see it. With a healthy Cena, Orton, Rollins, Reigns, Sami Zayn again. Unbelievable, man. Kevin Owens. This is going to be fucking awesome if WWE takes the proper steps to get Joe where he needs to be, man. Joe is not old. Joe is in great shape. Joe can still go. Joe has massive appeal. I don't give a shit what people say about Samoa Joe. Joe has massive appeal. He's a wrestling personality who plays his role as a villain beautifully, and I can't wait to see that translated to the main roster. That is the latest on Samoa Joe coming out of NXT TakeOver Dallas, which was an amazing event. If you guys missed my review, link down below as well in the video with an annotation. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm going to leave a poll in the video. Do you think Joe is headed to the main roster imminently, as Dave Meltzer likes to put? Will he show up on Monday Night Raw? Will he be on Monday Night Raw within the next couple of weeks following WrestleMania? Answer yes or no, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. I am JD. I'm getting ready to watch the Hall of Fame and record Off The Script. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm fucking so busy for you guys, getting you all hyped and ready for WrestleMania 32. I'm JD. Fucking smash that thumbs up, bro. Smash that thumbs up as I smash this fucking second Guinness. Thank you guys so much for watching me all weekend long. On our way to 50,000 subscribers. Couldn't do it without each and every one of you, man. Unbelievable. I'm going to have more news coming as I see it and as I read it right here on my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Until then, take care. I'm JD. Enjoy the Hall of Fame, and I'll see you guys back when I hear more about WrestleMania 32. Talk to you later.